Hello everyone. Today's topic is clutch. So before class we have discussed about the automobile and the power transmission system of automobile. So clutch is the main part where the engine and the gearbox engage and disengage. So today we are going to discuss about the clutch and different type of clutches and its application. So first topic is that multiplate how the multiplate clutch works. So before going to discuss about the clutch, first of all we know what is clutch. So clutch is a device which is used for engage and disengage the output of the engine and the input of the gearbox. So let's start how the multiple clutch work in the case of the bike. We will discuss now. So here is the vehicle. In the case of the left side, we are having the clutch lever, and when we are applying the clutch, what happened? The clutch cable will contract this one, and here is the engine part. Below that, the clutch is there, and this one is the gearbox. So now, this is told as the clutch housing. This one, and input shaft. This one is the input shaft. When we are applying, this will move. So I will show you this one. And this one is the output shaft. Here is the output shaft of the gearbox, and now this is the disassemble of this part. This one is told as the pressure plate. Okay, so then here is the clutch pack. Here two plates are using. One is the steel plate, another is the friction plate, or it is non-technically it is told as the clutch plate and the pressure plate. So now how it is work actually? Here now crankshaft is rotating and this housing is rotating, but gearbox is not rotating now. But when it is engaged, that totally means this is directly connected to the gearbox, inner shaft, this one, and outer is connected to the engine. So when this friction plate will connected to this one now, so how it is work like this. So this one. So it is totally functioning. Means here two plates are there. Inside one is inside spline is there. I will show you again. So here is the outside teeth are there and inside teeth are there. So this plate is connected to the first outer side and the inner side. So outer side is connected to the engine, and the inner side, this splines, is connected to the gearbox. So both plates are now, you are imagine that both are connected each other. So now how it is work? So now outside is rotating, inside is constant, and if gearbox is rotating, then this is connected to the this shaft and this housing, like this. It is rotating, inner wheel. So this is the engine power, and this one is the input of the gearbox. Now we have discussed how it is work. So let's see how the plates are working independently. First of all, we will see here there is two plates are there. One is friction and another is the steel plate. So frictional plate, it is connected to the outside wheel, which is connected to the crankshaft, and another, this plate is made up of steel and which is connected to the inside, that is connected to the gearbox. So now when both are meshed together, both plates are meshed together, attached to together, then the total power will transmit from the crankshaft to the gearbox through this hub, through this both plates. It is transferred to this clutch disc, and then it will transfer to the plate, and the plate will be transferred to the this inside wheel, and which is connected to the input of the gearbox. And both are now disengaged. Before it is engaged. When it is engaged, now see both are engaged, and multiple clutches are now engaged. One is steel plate, another is clutch plate. Here you have see this one, and different plates are there, and this is called as the pressure plate, and here is the spring pressure spring are mounted, then knots are mounted. Then how it is work, now we will see that when it is pressed, all the plates are together, all the plates are together. At that time the power will transmit from the engine to the input of the gearbox directly. When it is disengaged, when it pushes the push rod, when it is applied, then when you are applying this clutch, it will rotate and it will pushes this rod, okay. And when it is pushes, then it will disengage means the plates are disconnected, it is distract from each other. So when it will distract to each other, then it will disengage. At that time the gearbox input will free and you can easily change the gear. So you will see this one, how it is disengaging to each other, these plates. So when it is disengaging, input will be means output of the engine will easy free rotating and the input of the gearbox will free. At that time we will change the gear smoothly. So let's see this one. So now we will see how the practically clutch look like. Before it is we have seen the animation. Now, so this one is the crankshaft and output of the crankshaft here. This gear is connected to the clutch outer this gear, and which is the mounted by the clutch. And this clutch having the multi-plate clutch, different clutch, you have seen this one 1 2 3 4, and this is the pressure plate which is connected to the spring is inside this pressure plate, and this is connected to the push rod, okay. This is practically you have seen. I will show you in the video in the case of the practical how it is working, okay. We are going to discuss about the multi-plate clutch. Multi-plate clutch are generally used in bikes. So motorbikes you are using the multi-plate clutch. Before you discuss about, you have discussed already about the multi-plate clutch and the function of the clutch. So here is the multi-plate clutch. Generally this one is the engine, and below that engine this is the crankshaft which is connected to the clutch, okay. So here is the multi-plate clutch. I will show by the disassemble of the clutch and the different type of the pressure plate and the clutch plate. So let's start and disassemble this device clutch, then we will discuss about it. Now you have we have unbolt the clutch total system. So here is that there is a plate, here it is used above the spring, and we have removed this one. After this, these springs are used, number of springs 6, total number of springs 6 springs are used here. And then here is the pressure plate and clutch plate mountings are here. And the outside you have seen these splines, this is called as the clutch plate, and inside this one there is a number of pressure plates are there. So you have seen this assemble is mounting of the different type of clutch plate and pressure plate. And another thing is that here this one is the crankshaft, and it is connected to the this gear, and it is the clutch system, and this plates are known as the clutch plate. Inside this one is the pressure plate is there. So now we will disassemble this one, and we will see the what type of plates are inside this clutch. पूरे सेट काट दियो से गियर सहित बस सेटिंग हां आगे काटन. So as we discuss about this clutch, this one is known as the multi-plate clutch. So here is this gear, helical gear is connected to the crankshaft gear, and now I will disassemble this one, and I will show you this one actually. So these are the clutch plates, and this one is the pressure plate, Again this one is the clutch plate, and this one is the pressure plate, and again this one is the clutch plate and pressure plate, and again another clutch plate is there. So this total system of the clutch, here the total mounting is, this is connected to the crankshaft, this one, and which is directly connected to the clutch plate, and this one is that input of the gearbox which is connected to the pressure plate. So I will show you how it is connected. These are directly connected to the, due to this external splines, so it is connected to the connected to the crankshaft, and due to the internal spline of the pressure plate, it is connected to the input of the gearbox. So here is, you have seen, this is the various splines are there, and here is the, this is the external spline, and this one is the internal spline. Due to this one, it will assemble like this. So here also I will show this one. This one is connected to the crankshaft, and this is the clutch plate. It is made up of abrasive materials. So when it is assembled and connected like this, it will rotate to, if we it is rotate by the crankshaft, and that is transferred to the clutch plate. And again clutch plate, if we, then again pressure plate is there. Okay, so again clutch plate is there. So like this it is connected. One by one this is connected. Okay, so let's discuss about the how it is working. Now this is the hub, the outside of the clutch, multiplate clutch. Then this is the pressure plate starting end, and this is the spring loading hub. And now I will assemble this one. First of all, we will put the clutch plate. Then pressure plate, again clutch plate, then pressure plate, then here it is the clutch plate again, and then this one is the splines which is connected to the input of the gearbox. Like this it is connected. So here is the total assembly of the multi-plate clutch, and here is the, this one is the input of the gearbox, this shaft, you look this one, and here is the splines like this, and it is directly connected. So like this it is connected.